Good afternoon, Maha.
Good afternoon.
Maha, what can you offer us that other candidates cannot?
I'm mostly from the world of startup companies. So for 18 years now, I've been working for small companies. Because of that, I've got experience in all aspects of companies. So I'm kind of a very well-rounded person. Whereas I don't have the experience of all the layers and red tape in bigger companies, I've got more of, the hands-on, really closer to the bottom line, and that's been my interest in working for smaller companies for a long time. At this point in life, I'm looking possibly to work for a bigger company, and I think my skills are very transferable because I've worked in so many different industries. So while I have a big picture idea, I also do have a detailed sort of approach because I've always had detailed roles.
Okay, and do you have any other additional strengths you might want to add to the list?
I'm very adaptable, I'm very flexible, I'm very communications oriented, so I'm basically a people person. So where there are, so to speak, different languages to bring together to find a common messaging, language that has to be tailored for particular audiences, that's my strength. So
very good.
Where it goes, from actual speaking of different languages, it's also just a love of language, and that's become more my specialty over time.
Good. And how successful have you been so far?
So in terms of if successful would be, in my case, the reason that I've worked in different industries is because I love to work and I love the learning aspect of work. And so if I were to define that as success in work, and if I were to define also kind of turning over stuff financially, bottom line wise, so two measures. One being, have I learned a lot? Have I enjoyed what I've learned? Yes. And second thing, have I produced measurable results in a short period of time? Yes.
Very good. And what are your limitations or biggest mistakes, provided you have some?
I was in Montreal most of my life, so I've been in Toronto now for 3 years. What I would now consider my limitations are what I used to consider my strengths in the past, and that's it's the difference of markets, basically. I think that because I've switched industries so much, and I thought that spoke to strength in my case, it seems to be more of a weakness here. It's viewed as a lack of continuity. It's viewed as as just kind of waffling this or that way. In my case, I never viewed it that way. So whether it is a weakness, I don't know. I know it's perceived as such, and especially on paper in a resume, yes, it looks like I've done a lot of different stuff, but in my mind it's all time the same.
But it certainly shouldn't be a problem for you because, as you say, you are adaptable.
That's the thing. Once I get in the door, I've always been successful in all my positions. My problem is often getting in the door at first. So.
Very good. How long would it take you to make a meaningful contribution to our firm?
It's always been pretty much immediate. And if it's not immediate, I'm not happy with my performance. And I think maybe it's also because I've worked in smaller environments.
Yeah. You want to see immediate results.
Well, yeah, the time that they look for to see produce results is very short.
Yeah.
So you have to be somehow productive very quickly. And so, so going by experience, I would expect myself to be productive.
Well, that's a good approach. Can you give me a situation in which you had to work under pressure or meet a deadline?
All of them have work experience because they're startups, so they were always doomed from the beginning. Like, so to speak, they're not supposed to succeed, but luckily in all of the cases they were very successful. The first one was a company where I was employee number 16, and when I left there were 500 employees.
Wow.
So they went through all the dot-com boom. They grew as a big company, acquired companies, they sold themselves.
So you've seen it all.
So I've seen it all. So that's, that post-acquisition, whether you're bought or whether you are buying other companies, are all things I've also seen. So it's, again, it's that, it's the adaptability.
Very good. Finally, Maha, when would you be able to start?
Anytime.
Even better answer. Maha, thank you very much for your time, and best of luck in your search.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.